Right here is why I never buy hail damaged cars without going and looking at them in person, especially when they're white. Every time I break one of my rules, it always ends up screwing me. I saw this car on Copart out of Hartford, Connecticut, 2018 Toyota Camry XSE, top of the line, V6, only 10,000 miles on it. And I fell in love with the car. I had to buy it. I broke my personal rule. And now I've got something that looks like the surface of the moon. I just unloaded it off the transporter and just look at this thing. I mean, it's a heartbreaker. Just the whole hood just trashed, the fenders. Thank God it's got a glass roof on it so we don't have to deal with the roof panel. But we've got dents all down the roof lines, in through the quarters. The deck lid's just been hammered. I mean, I tell you, Nate and John are gonna have this thing in there for a while. This is gonna be a big body shop job. It is what it is. What can I do at this point? We're gonna have to take it through the rebuild. It's time to make some lemons out of some lemonade. Let's get this thing checked in, get it over to the body shop. John, I need your help, man. I really screwed up.
What now?
I mean, I screwed up bad. Don't ever tell Nate. I'll deny that. I got a Camry that is hammer time bad.
Really?
The whole damn car. Yeah, let me go get it and show it to you. I want to get it in here under the lights where you can really see this thing. Good.
Oh, boss, come on.
There's not a straight panel on this thing. I'll tell you what I did. I broke my cardinal rule of buying a hail damaged car without going and looking at it. And the thing is white. So what do you think?
Well,
I mean, obviously,
you know it needs a hood.
Needs a hood. Needs a hood. That's a given.
The deck lid is tore up. This thing's white pearl. How far you want to go with it?
So what do you think about new hood, fixing the dents in the top of the fenders, painting the hood, blending through the fenders?
Okay, no problem.
This side of the car actually doesn't look nearly as bad as the driver's side. I'm thinking we can do PDR up through this sail panel.
Yeah.
The roof line, the sail panel. But the deck lid, you'll just skim coat it,
Yeah,
block it.
knock it down, skim coat it, block it, prime in the paint.
You're a good man, you're a good man.
I
like what I'm hearing.
I don't have any choice, do I?
Well, I mean, it depends how much your mortgage is.
Right.
Same thing on this side, PDR this side.
Yeah, why not?
And blend the fender and, okay. All right, I'll get all the chrome moldings coming.
I think Mike said he ordered.
Oh, did he? Okay, that's an action plan.
All right, let's get on.
Nate will be back tomorrow, so don't worry, by, what, about 6:05, my phone will be blowing up.
Yep.
He'll walk in the door and be like, what the hell is this? Drama.
Yep. All right, let's get on it.
I really like it when it's just John in the body shop. We're able to have normal discourse, break things down, come up with an action plan. So let's see how it's going. Nate, what are you doing here?
What?
You're supposed to be in Lake Erie.
I can go back.
Son of a I was hoping to get this thing in and out before you got back. All right. But seriously, tell me about my Camry.
It's just deck lid, put a new hood on. He's got the hood in right now.
Nice.
Fix these dents on the top of this fender, and then top of that fender, and that's it.
I like it. All right, so come back at lunch?
Next week, yes. Probably Tuesday.
Look at this. Oh my gosh. You've already done the deck lid.
John done it.
Oh, I love it. Damn. All right, so the Camry is coming along really well. I'm impressed. These guys are doing a great job. He's got the new hood on it. Took care of the dents in both of the fenders. Got those in primer already. He's got the deck lid all taken care of. So with any luck, they'll be getting this thing over into the paint booth. He's wrapping her up in the... Oh,
Go
Where the hell
ahead.
did you walk?
Continue. I want to hear this.
No, I was just excited about this car. I was complimenting everybody about John's work and what a great job he did and how nice it was when you were on vacation.
I can go back on it. Look, give me the credit card, the company card, and I'll go wherever you want me to go.
I just want to say it really is nice getting done. So hopefully things don't change now that you're back.
I can do some like food reviews. I've seen some food reviews on YouTube, you know.
What the hell's wrong with this guy?
Send me to like Japan. I'll do some authentic ramen. I'll do all kind of like sushi.
I don't know what you do with these guys.
Come on, get that wallet out. Where's that?
Get to work.
They
We got her done. It's Monday morning and the car is already out of the body shop, so I gotta say I am pleased. They did pull one out for me because they got this car done in 3 days. I thought it was gonna drag on to be a week or more, so good job, Nate and the guys. And they really did nice work on it. The blend came in really well. They went ahead and did the top of the fenders, got all the dents fixed in the top of the left fender and the right fender. They blended the color coat from the hood over into the fenders, so it makes the whole front clip of the car look good, even though we just did the hood and skimmed the fenders. And then on the deck lid, John was able to put a skim coat over the entire deck lid, and look at that thing. It looks fantastic. A new deck lid was gonna be $750, and he got that thing fixed in less than a day. Now that Nate and the guys are done with it, we still do have our PDR work to do along both of our roof lines, but in the meantime, while we're waiting for that to get done, we'll get it over to the mechanical side and do the Frontline checklist. Preston up. He left his lift empty, so I snuck the Camry in here. So now he's gonna have to get my Frontline checklist done so I can get this thing out of here. So Preston ended up getting suckered into a brake job, actually a double brake job. He's got new rear pads and rotors on it. He's just finished putting a set of front pads and rotors on it. So how's the rest of it look?
Everything was great. I just did the oil change. The only thing was the radio wasn't working. The head unit seemed to be working fine. Changed channel, volume went up and down, but there was just no sound. Looked into it a little deeper and found the amp had a little bit of water damage.
A little? Oh my gosh. Wow. Okay. And this was under one of the seats, or where was this? Under
Yeah,
the
under the driver's seat.
Okay, well, clearly I need to get one of these ordered. Okay, all right, well, I'm gonna get an amp ordered. In the meantime, while I'm waiting for the amp to come in, the PDR guy called me. He's on his way over here, so we're gonna get this over to Dick's office so they can get the PDR work done on it.
Got her back from the body shop and from the PDR guys, and I'll tell you what, they did a really nice job. The PDR on this thing is just amazing. I mean, I look at these roof rails and there's not a single dent in them. So the combination of having the body shop do the hood and deck lid, the PDR guys doing the roof lines, that really worked out nice. I'm pleased with how that came out. In the meantime, our amp came in. So on Friday, Joe took the driver's seat out. He got the new amp installed, got all the connectors put on it. And what a pain. I'll tell you what, it took 3 different vendors to get the right amp for this thing. It's a rare amp, but now we got tunes. Yeah, tunes. We got music, so that solved that problem, which meant I got to drive it over the weekend. And I'll tell you what, if you ever get a chance, I highly recommend the V6 Camry. That is a fun car to drive, but I found some problems. Let me show you. So the 360 view system is not working at all. The screen, just solid black. This car's got cameras all the way around it and nothing's working. So Joe has the entire dash all torn apart, trying to chase down this wiring. Has the passenger seat out, and ultimately, this is what he found. The computer that runs the system is completely toasty McToast. It's fried. I'm gonna go on eBay. Hopefully I can find one of these. I also had the check engine light come on for the rear O2 sensor. It's completely non-responsive. So we can get one of those locally. We'll go ahead and get it installed while we're waiting on the new module. It has been almost a month since you guys saw me last, but look what I have in my hand right here. What a chore this has been. We've gone through a bunch of local yards trying to find this thing, looking all over for it. Ultimately, I ended up getting this one off of eBay out of United Arab Emirates. And it even took more than that. This part number right here has a 7, ours had a 4. We could not find one anywhere with the 4, but thanks to some help from ChatGPT, I found out that this part number actually superseded ours. So this should work for $800. It really better work. But at any rate, Joe is fixing the pigtail for the wiring because that had some corrosion on it. So he's doing that now. Once he gets that all done, then we're gonna plug it in. And hopefully we got a backup camera. Let's see.
All right, so Joe did the soldering, got the wires repaired, we've plugged it in. Now comes the test. The test of all tests. I'm putting this thing in reverse. Oh. Good job, Joe. I don't care what they say about him. He's a good mechanic. Yep, we got the 360 view. That's awesome. All right, well, let's get it put back together. Joe's come and asked me to do this for him because he was having problems and he needed an expert, so. Yeah. Either that or he's just trying to inflate my ego a little bit. Watch this. I did it. I fixed it.
Got it.
Or at least I took credit for it. Okay, so the dash is all back together. And as a matter of fact, that was the final item that we had from our initial checklist. So it's time to actually finally get to drive this car. And I know just the guy. 300 horsepower Camry. Yeah, that's me. I'm gonna have some fun with this thing tonight. Take it home and see what else I can come up with. Hopefully not much. Who knows? We'll find out. Get out of my way. Man, I'll tell you what. This is one bad car. I had a really good time driving this thing last night when the streets were all dry. This is not your grandma's Camry. This thing is loads of fun. But this morning, check engine light came on and the roads are all wet, so I had to drive it like it was grandma's Camry. But regardless, we need to figure out why that check engine light's on, so let me get Joe. Joe!
Rear O2 open. So we need
Well, at least it's not a big job. Okay, well, let's get some O2 sensors. AutoZone had them in stock. $160 later, we got our two O2 sensors. So Bowling's gonna throw them in real quick. Hopefully that fixes our problem. All right, so Bowling got us done. Got our two O2 sensors put in there. So that's good. Now I need to hook up real quick and clear out those codes. All right. We're gonna just do a quick erase. Boom, there we go. No codes, 0 DTCs. Now I'm gonna run it up the highway an exit or two and come back. Just make sure those codes don't reappear. Hell yeah, baby. I love it when a plan comes together. No check engine light. I just put about 10 miles on it. She's running great. This thing's finished. We are finally ready to send this thing off to detail. Our friends at Legendary Auto Club will come pick it up, get her signed up, and then you and I can go look at the numbers. All right, let's break down our 2018 Toyota Camry XSE V6. First of all, I want to say this. For those of you that have been watching the channel for a while, you saw us do a Toyota Camry TRD recently, and man, I thought that was the coolest car until we got this one. What a difference. They both have that same 301 horsepower V6 drivetrain, both very fun to drive. But the XSE is loaded up. It has power seats and a sunroof and all the bells and whistles that the stripped down racing version TRD does not have. And since I'm not taking this car to the track anytime soon, go ahead and give me the bells and whistles. I want to enjoy a little luxury at the same time. By the time I paid all the Copart's fees, I ended up having $11,489 into the car, and we spent $650 shipping it up here from sunny Florida. Our parts and labor wasn't that bad. It did kind of add up on us. The body shop, we had $750 in labor, and we spent another 600 bucks on paint and supplies. And then over on this side, we spent another $800 in labor and $1,250 on parts. Those radios and amplifiers just kept adding up on us. And then we had the PDR guys. They spent a full day on this car, got a lot of those dents out of the roof lines, 900 bucks to the PDR team. Detail was another $225. So all said and done, I have $16,656 into the car. This car books out at $26,803. A lot of that's due to the low miles. As you know, it's got under 20,000 miles on it, which is really nice for this car. Days on market's 39 days, which is a decent pull. That's not bad at all. We'll take that. I'm gonna go ahead and put it out there at 80% of market because it is a good looking car. It is in really nice shape. I think we'll get that. So at 80% of market, that gets us a asking price of $21,500. If we can get $21,100 for it, that gives us a contribution margin of $4,500.
which is about break even for around here, which isn't bad, considering this car showed up and had about $3,000 worth of additional body work for all that hail damage that I was not anticipating. So that's just a lesson for all of you out there. Do not buy hail damaged cars without looking at them with your own two eyes, because they are hard to tell, especially when they're white. Thanks for watching to the end. I'm Matt Ryan. This is another episode of Northern Kentucky Auto. If you like this kind of content, be sure to like and subscribe.